guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, anywhere you are around the world. This is Agatech FX. All right. Today we'll talk about the Pennants, what is called a price pattern. So I'll talk about a lot of some price pattern that you can use in trading for forex market or in trading any stock market or in trading indices market, right? So in my videos, I have a playlist where you can be able to watch some lectures which you can get yourself enlightened more, and I can share, like, subscribe, and as well, I will talk about price pattern. We have a lot of price pattern, and we are seeing it in the chart, right? So the first one I'm going to talk about now is the Pennant, right? So as the market is pausing, what I mean by pausing is when market is trying to halt, when market is trying to come, is range bound, like ranging in a very low form. When there's a sharp move, with market begins to range. It's, for example, now when you want to close when you keep your hand in an angular form and try to touch your fingertips together without allowing your palms to come together. That is what we call when market begins to range and squeeze itself in that manner. So we'll find price retracting into a narrower and a narrower configuration, right? So it comes together and forming a squeeze. So the market squeeze itself from both top and bottom. So from both the bullish side and also both from the bearish side, they are all coming together to form a squeeze. So this pennant pattern will show up just before the market takes off in its original direction, right? So you can see these things when we have NFPs, these very high impact news, right? So but prior to the formation of this pennant pattern, the market creates a pole, right? And an aggressive move that leads into this pattern itself. All right, let's take a look at this. The left hand side here, you see we'll call bearish pennant, right? So in this bearish pennant, we'll have markets came down aggressively, right? A bearish market came down aggressively and came to a support area, bounced up to a resistance area, bounced down to a resistance support area, and bounced up to a resistance area too. So the higher are becoming lower and the lower are becoming higher, right? So the market begin to squeeze to this extent, and we have a breakout. So we have at least 70 to 85% or 90% probability that the market will continue in its original direction, right? What I mean by original direction is this: market is dropping, begin to range bound. We have a 70 to 80% tendency that the market will continue its move downward. That we call bearish pennants, right? Now, for bullish pennant is opposite of this. When market comes up, if the high momentum pulls up, hits a resistance area, bounce back again, support, resistance, support, and began to squeeze to itself, right? So the higher are becoming lower and lower are becoming higher. We have some different kind of price pattern you can see when market is range bounding, having the same levels, right? We'll get to that level. We'll get to that price pattern where you understand what I'm trying to explain. So this is exactly what Pennant pattern is, and I'm going to show you guys this on an actual chart and what you need to know before you begin to trade this, and how to calculate your risk reward before you push into the market to trade this kind of pattern. And this kind of pattern appears in the market. So next thing is this. Now take a look at this Pennant formation, right? So say the widest part of this formation becomes the target, right? So if you want to trade this Pennant pattern, what you need to do is to measure this sharp move, the pole, that is POLE, the pole. So measure it. Assuming this place from here to here is 100 pips, we have at least 70% to 80% tendency that market will do that same move when it breaks out from that area, right? So if this is 100 pips, we're expecting another 100 pips here. So you don't just target 100 pips if you're trading this. But take note, we'll have some liquidity being below here, because this is a chart structure. We'll have some liquidity below this area where markets will tend to either mitigate or take out or break or retest before continuation, even if it wants to go bullish, right? Or if it wants to trace and continue downtrend. It's still applicable to bullish, right? When the market the pips, the wide range of the pole, wide range where the market tends to measure, that's when you draw your trend line, you measure the pole, the range. Now we have the high tendency that the market is going to do break out towards that area and do the same pips and that same move we'll have. right? So when you see this price pattern in the market and have a breakout, measure the previous move and push into the market. Reason because most of us do see this kind of move in the market. When the market breaks out, we forget that this can maybe this move here over here or this move over here will give us like 50 pips, right? Maybe on a higher time frame or maybe on 1 hour or 4 hours, right? So when we see this kind of thing and market breaks out, we'll just wait. Okay, let's enter. Let's hold. Let's let the candle close before we enter. You wouldn't mind to check how many pips the pole is the momentum of the market that came down towards that area before forming that squeeze, right? You didn't check that. Then it may do that same 50 pips here and begin to retrace back. That is what most of us call it fake out, but not knowing that it just did that same move it did above this area before what retracement, right? It's applicable to that. So let me show you this on a natural chart so you can be able to understand exactly what Pennant is. Now this is a Pennant in a bearish what pattern. Take a look at this. That's a pull, right? It's very high momentum market move, right? This is fundamental, right? Okay, now let's look at this. The market came down, formed a low. The lower became higher and forms a high. The higher and became lower, right? Now take a look at this. If you measure this area where you draw the trend line and measure this area, you see that the same pips here is what you can also get here. So we have that pull, we have that squeeze here, and the market did what? Market broke out this area and what began to go down trend, right? So that is it about a bearish Pennant, right? So a breakout moves downward, the market close below this line. Some people will jump into this trade when they see the market move. So allow the candle to close below, they can enter a trade. Then selling from this area, there must be a price aside it, because this is 15 minutes time frame. You can check 1 hour. There is a block, other block, or breaker block, or mitigation block, or a price that this market is trying to do what? Push to mitigate, or push to take out, or push to liquidate before what? Continuation of this trend, or continuation of uptrend, or whatever you see on the chart, right? So let's take a look at a bullish Pennant. All right, take a look at this. Then we'll have a bullish move here. We'll have a buy bullish move here. Then the market begin to bridge bound, form the resistance area, dropped from the support, from the resistance area, the high become lower, higher low, and the low become higher, lower high, right? Now we have a squeeze here, right? We have a squeeze here. Then when you take a look at this, the market broke out this area. What happened? Well, it broke out this area, ranged bound before it took out this area. So if you check this price from here to this area, it is similar from here to this area. If we have 15 pips or 100 pips here, we'll have 100 pips here or less, but it will exceed that. If it's 100, it will exceed like 50, 60 pips. So you can use your Fibonacci. If you know how to use your Fibonacci, I will still talk about Fibonacci in upcoming lecture, so you understand how you can work with Fibonacci in trading a Pennant, right? So that is that about Pennant, right? So don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share, don't forget to like this video, and watch out for the next lecture, because I'll be giving it bit by bit, so you're able to understand what price patterns are and how you see it, when to see it, and how practice with it on your actual terminal, which is the MT4 terminal. You can also practice it on your MT5 terminal, right? If you want to see a video on where I explain about how to use MT4, if you're a newbie into MT4, there's a video on this channel, on this my playlist for forex mentorship. The first video or second video will see how to use MT4. I try my best to tell you how MT4 is easy to be used, and from there you can begin to pick up till this to get to the 8th stage of understanding charts and other things. Thank you guys, and God bless you. Bye for now. Peace.